get my feed set up so I can check on any comments that will likely not come in. Alright, there it is. Alright, everybody, welcome back to the worst live stream show on the internet. Live from my bedroom. We're going to continue on our Ghost of Tsushima live stream here. I have a fan running behind me because it's super hot up in my room, so I apologize if that's unbearable to anyone. Yep. So, I got bad controller drift. Watch, I just tap the. I'm not holding the joystick. He just does this. Can I kill this guy? There you go. I fixed the problem. Anyway, so the only issue I have currently is that that joystick drift. So for anybody who ends up watching this, and for some reason in your tiny child-sized brain you want to keep watching this, and you don't know anything about this, I start the game with doing a story mission. I then do a bunch of like the grindy stuff, and then I'll end the live stream with another story mission. So you'll get a little bit of a little bit of bang for your buck, I suppose you could say. It'll be a slow progression through the story, but I hope that it will essentially just make it easier to digest, I suppose you could say. I don't know. Mainly doing it because I like the game, but I don't want to play it all at once, so I want to slowly sift through my way through it, digest it, and enjoy it, because I used to, like, when I was younger, I used to, like, like, when I was, like, in the fucking middle school or high school, I used to play, if I got a new game, I would play the whole damn thing, almost all in one day, like constantly, just constantly, like, I mean, some of the games not so much, like Assassin's Creed, because, like, I had school and shit, obviously, so, you know, couldn't play that all day. I could play, like, a little bit here and there. And then on the weekend, I can only play so much because I had to share my PlayStation with my brother. So, yeah, typically, when we got a new game, me and my brother, we would just end up playing the whole way through. Sometimes all in one day, but we try to not do that anymore. Or I don't try to do that anymore. I like to sip and savor my games now, because...
Any news of Tomoe?
Travelers have been shot dead on the roads in and out of Hiyoshi Springs. People are afraid to leave or deliver supplies.
You think that's her doing?
A few archers at strategic points can isolate a whole town.
A tactic of yours when you were Clan Nagao's archery master.
Tomoe was a good student.
Too good. We're fighting your own reflection.
We will turn that to our advantage.
Alright, yeah, me and my brother used to share a PlayStation, so...
How do you propose we find these archers?
I'll wait till these guys are done talking.
Shh!
Oh, well, look at that.
We
Someone
want to
joined the
control
stream.
movement in and
Hello,
out of Hiyoshi
stranger.
Springs.
Welcome to the stream.
Where do we put archers?
Don't know why in God's name you would watch this stream. Let's see here. Where do we gotta go? Oh, I gotta stand right here. Alright. So...
That path behind the inn.
No. Poor cover, no clear lines of sight. You want to cover the largest territory with the fewest archers.
It would be smart to control the main entrance into town.
People already avoid the main road. Archers there would be wasted.
Where? Right
A
there.
handful of men could shut down the road to the coast.
Yes.
Oh, we're still doing this thing?
I would want someone looking over the bridge into town.
So would I.
Holy fuck.
The road south runs along a high ridge. Perfect place to rain down arrows.
Tomoe would agree. There's hope for you.
Where are we going? Where are we going? I don't know. Follow the wind. Okay, I'm gonna climb down this fucking rocks. Is this the Japanese Assassin's Creed game everybody's been begging for? No, it's better than that. It's better than Assassin's Creed. Shut the fuck up. I do find it funny how people have been begging Ubisoft for years for a Japanese, like feudal Japan in particular. Feudal Japan Assassin's Creed. And they, instead they're like, oh, ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, ancient Viking. Like, they're giving them like everything but fucking ancient Japan, like, or feudal Japan. Sorry, excuse me.
Lord Sakai, I studied poetry with your uncle.
Oh, you did?
What else
Cool.
did you teach Tomoe?
I held back nothing.
Including why you left Clan Nagao?
That's no secret. It was time to retire, and the hot spring suited me.
But you continued to teach.
Not at first.
What changed your mind?
The bow is my life. Putting it down felt like death. So I chose to live.
But do you regret giving up a warrior's life?
Mastery of the bow is mastery of oneself. That is the only victory worthy of a samurai. The rest is noise.
Anyway, after these guys are done interrupting me, so what the fuck was I talking about again? Yeah, fucking, they won't give them a fucking. They'll give them everything but a feudal Japan Assassin's Creed. It's kind of funny if you ask me. Like, I think it's indicative of the
We're getting close. Eyes
mindset
open.
that Ubisoft is in, essentially. They don't give a fuck about how many can I kill before they spot me? Oh, I missed. Oh man, you guys are terrible. I'm out of arrows. Let's see.
Tomoe wasn't here.
Keep moving.
Where are the arrows? Give me arrows. I will take all of the arrows. Give them. Nope. Alright, fuck you too.
All those innocent dead. Tomoe has thrown everything away. Betrayed her people.
She is a traitor because the Mongols offer power, wealth, status. Things denied her by birth.
Tomoe knew she was born to a lower station than she deserved.
Now you're being too kind.
I understand how they think. But people who sow chaos must be punished.
Your way sows chaos.
In the enemy.
Not just them. The samurai must use violence with their strength. Without it, you unleash endless bloodshed.
The point is to defeat your enemy. That's how you end bloodshed.
Tomoe told me the same thing. Ambush!
Holy fuck, dude. He's fucking good. I'm better, though. Watch, I'm gonna get this one. He's not dead, though. Ah!
One more snake nest to find. Come.
There must be a thing hidden up here. Oh my god! Oh, I'm surprised I didn't die.
How did Tomoe become your student?
She showed up at my dojo with her father's makeshift hunting bow and refused to leave.
You didn't turn her away.
I tried, but she sank arrow after arrow into my targets. I've never seen talent like hers.
She must have had training.
Her form was wrong. Would have been useless in a real fight. But she had no fear of missing a shot. She never hesitated.
A warrior spirit.
No. Killers. I didn't see it until it was too late.
Come on, we gotta get up. Fucking Christ. Gotta get up this hill, lad. Oh my god. It's fucking... Oh, I see them. I see the spooky dudes. I'm gonna sneak up on them and fucking whack them. Change of plans. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. was still fighting. Where is he, Uncle? This is now Avatar: The Last Chamber. Uncle, where is he? Oh, there he is. Look at this fucking bastard. He's about to get fucking whacked. Oh boy.
You know the name Ishikawa? I do. I have message.
Speak.
Sensei, all of Hiyoshi Springs will beg for mercy, like the victims of Hironori Naga. Silence!
Oh, we do not kill the cowards, except for me.
Hironori Nagao.
Uncle, I must
Didn't
find
he
the
die fighting
Avatar.
bandits?
It was decades ago.
He was reputed to be a great archer. Did he study with you?
No. Tomoe is spreading lies.
There's a seed
You're
of
listening
truth.
to my fucking
He wants
cognitive
us to
function
doubt each
slowly,
other.
like,
We are all that
incinerate.
stands between Hiyoshi
I hope you
Springs
find
and a
pleasure
bloodbath.
in that.
Then we stand together.
We'll plan the town's defense at my dojo. Meet me there and be ready to fight.
Eat your oats, boy. Alright, it's time to go hunt for some goodies and some other stuff along those lines. Come on, sprint, you fucking bastard. Holy shit. Aw, man. I guess I could talk now and blather about nothing while I'm not in a story mission. So, anyway, yeah, so, like I said before, me and my brother used to share a PlayStation 3. And oh man, we put some fucking hours on that cocksucker. Let me tell you what, dude, like, we played stupid amount of fucking hours on there. And most of the time well, since we only had one, we basically, our favorite games to play on it were co-op games, like couch co-op games you play split screen. You know, like good old-fashioned co-op. At least that's the way I remember co-op. Fucking Army of Two. Army of Two, 1 and 40th Day. Resident Evil 5. Yeah, 5 and 7. Oh no, 5 and 6. Not 7. Played those a little bit. Call of Duty World at War had a co-op in it. Like, it wasn't as good as the normal campaign. Normal campaign had like more like the co-op had less missions than the normal campaign. So, you know, you didn't get to enjoy as much as the regular game, but you know. when we played a single player game, we split the time on it. Typically, I waited until my brother beat a game before I played. My little brother. I should say little brother because he's younger than me. But yeah, I would wait till he beat the game before I played it. Assassin's Creed.
Eastern coast. At the
Assassin's
where
Creed.
the fishermen used to sell the day's
Creed
catch.
we do that
Stay
with.
away from
Uncharted.
I've dealt with Among Us.
So many different games. Like I would just end up waiting for him to beat them because it was easier that way for us to get a fair amount of time in, so to speak. But yeah, that was our, I guess you could call it our standard operating procedures, if you will. Other than that, we play a lot of split-screen Call of Duty. I mean, like, stupid amounts. Like, just an ungodly amount of split-screen Call of Duty. Oh god. This is not the path. Alright, nice. Good job, game. Nudity warning. Nudity warning. Warning. There will be nudity. Anyway. Where was I? We would play custom matches in Modern Warfare 3 and 2, a little bit in World at War, but it wasn't. World at War just wasn't as fun, in my opinion. There was also the Black Ops games. Obviously, we played any Call of Duty game up until Advanced Warfare. I think we would play split screen on. But yeah, we would like set up the matches so they were 30 minutes a piece and no kill limit. So we would just for like a 30-minute run just be killing each other non-stop. And that was, we spent an entire summer one time just, that's all we did. We just played split screen Call of Duty.
Who will fight?
Modern Warfare 2 in particular was a bit of a bitch because there was a bug that would reset your multiplayer classes after every so often. I don't know what caused it. It was really annoying because you get like to level like 40 in split screen, and getting to level 40 in split screen is like, oh my god, that is such a grind, like you wouldn't believe. In split screen, when you only have one other person to kill, you know, and half the time you don't actually get any of the good kill streaks. Most of the time, you know, you're only getting like one or like you'll get like the UAV maybe if you're like if you're lucky, because or whatever. You'd get the UAV kill streak, but you would not get much further than that. Like Black Ops was a little different because you didn't have to actually level up to unlock any of the weapons and stuff. So that one was, we had to get creative with Black Ops. So we did this one we called Family Feud, where we played on Nuketown, and I would take one house and my brother would take the other, and all we would do was just, the goal was you had to kill each other from the houses.
Come here and fight.
You couldn't leave the house. You had to stay in the house, but you had to keep killing each other from it, and that was a lot of fun. Uh, on God, yeah, yeah. Family Feud was one of our favorite, ways to play Black Ops in particular. Because Black Ops, again, you got all the guns like unlocked. It's not like you could level up, so you had to make your like our fun for the other ones was leveling up. But since you can't level up in the Black Ops games, in split screen anyway, I should make that clear. In the split screen, you can't level up. You have to make your own fun essentially, just doing whatever the fuck you want. They didn't have the party modes either, like sticks. They didn't have like sticks and stones or what was it, skull and crossbone or whatever. Didn't get any of that, so you had to make your own fun. Oh, the Elder Scrolls games and Fallout games were a bit of a different story for us. We would split this time by like a couple hours apiece or something like that. Get out of my way. I forgot where I was even going. How did I even notice that? That's weird. Anyway, yeah, we oh my god, and we played so much fucking Fallout and Skyrim and Oblivion, like so fucking much of it. Too much of it. I stayed up late almost every night. Like any like day we didn't have to go to school, I was like up to like 3 in the morning playing fucking Skyrim or Oblivion, Fallout, whichever one tickled my fancy in particular. I played ungodly amounts of those fucking games. Like there was a time where I could tell you where to find every legendary weapon. And I mean by name. Like I knew the name of every legendary weapon in Fallout New Vegas and the name of the location where to find them, but I mean I could tell you where to find them now, but I can't fucking I don't have the encyclopedia information that I used to. Fucking crazy, just stupid amounts of Fallout, though. And Oblivion was another one. Like Oblivion, I almost 100%ed Oblivion. I think. Like there was no trophies on the PlayStation 3 version of the game, to my knowledge, anyway. But I almost 100%ed that one. I had so Oblivion was a bit different on the PlayStation 3 than the Xbox 360 and the PC releases. So Xbox and PC got it first, and then when what's the name of the Crusader quest came out? I call it the Crusader quest. It's like you have to like go to these shrines and like pray and shit like that to become part of this like faction, and once you're part of the faction you can't do anything evil. Like you have to be pure as the driven snow when you become part of this faction. I can't remember the name of it. Knights of the Divine or something like that maybe. But yeah, like I got that fucking. So the PlayStation 3 version of the game, when it launched, it came with that DLC. So that one was just built into the cake, baked into the cake. So That's the only DLC I had when I was younger. Eventually, I got the Ultimate Edition, and I played the Shivering Isles, which was a lot of fun. Shivering Isles, is that what it's called? I think it's called that. Fucking, like I said, my brain's like slowly melting. So, anyway, though, I fucking played the shit out of that game. Generally speaking, though, almost 100%ed it. There's a few quests, though, I didn't get to complete because Oblivion was kind of a little bit of a buggy mess to begin with. Fucking Christ. If they weren't all archers, I probably would have died. If all those guys weren't archers, I definitely would have died. Anyway, so yeah. I went to explored every location in Oblivion. I did all of the faction quests that you could possibly do. There's just a couple minor quests that I didn't ever get around. Like there were like unremarkable fetch quests that I couldn't complete because like an object clipped through the wall or something like that. Which at the time I didn't know this. I found out a little bit later on in a second playthrough, but objects in a lot of older Bethesda games, when they clip through the wall, they actually respawn at the door. So they're not always gone forever. They'll fall and then they'll respawn at the door. Sometimes, not all the time. So, but anyway, though, basically, I never finished I didn't finish a couple fetch quests, but otherwise I did everything else. I did everything, dude. Like, I fucking loved that game, so I still to this day love that game. If you're someone who could tolerate older video games, and you're looking for a good old-fashioned game to play,
said to find the monk in charge of this camp. You may be able to read the
I would recommend Oblivion for sure. Like, a lot of people say Morrowind was Bethesda's best. I disagree. I think Oblivion was like, in terms of Elder Scrolls games, I think Oblivion was Bethesda's best because I think the writing in it is a lot more, like, I know the setting in Oblivion is kind of generic for a lot of people, and I kind of get that, but at the same time, it's very much so, like, it's so fucking creative, and the game's a lot easier to play, too. Like, a Morrowind, I've tried to play it several times now, and it's just extremely hard to get into the game because of how clunky everything is. Like, from controls down to just the everything, accuracy is tied to your sword swings, for instance, in Morrowind, which means if your character isn't accurate, most of your sword swings will miss. And to me, that's just kind of dumb, because it's like if I'm on top of somebody and I'm swinging a sword, I'm guaranteed to at least hit them. It may not be a vital hit, but I'm gonna hit them, and it's just it's stupid little shit like that, and to me that makes the game not fun. I know someone out there, some diehard Morrowind fan out there is like cringing, but that's just the truth in my opinion, is that the game, Morrowind, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not as approachable as other Elder Scrolls games. In particular, Like, the most approachable one is definitely Skyrim. Like, Skyrim is, like, made, like, that game was definitely made more for a wider audience than pretty much everything else Bethesda's made up until that point. I personally, I wish Bethesda would not listen to some. How do I phrase this without coming across as like a total pleb? Some criticisms that people give it, and what I'm talking about is, like, okay, for instance, a lot of people complained about how long the dungeons were in for instance, Oblivion. To me, or even Fallout 3, right? Like, the dungeons are really long. Well, in my opinion, that I love it for being long, because it really does give you, like, plenty of time to, like, get used to how the game works and how it feels, and they do a good job at introducing you to how everything works and feels, as opposed to the as opposed to, say, the, like, Skyrim just kind of it's kind of a, you can dash right through and you'll get the same experience. Ah, I fucked that one up. Do it already. Fuck. Christ, guys. Anyway. Yeah. I think I find the starting dungeon in Skyrim pretty bland. There's a lot of stuff in Skyrim that's bland in comparison to Oblivion. Like, the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim is so underwhelming in comparison to the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion. It's the Dark Brotherhood in Oblivion is, like, the best. It's so fucking good. Like, the writing in it is amazing. Everything about it is great. If you haven't experienced it yourself, I would recommend playing that. Like, Oblivion is just a really good game in terms of writing for the most part. Like, a lot of it has not aged well. Like, you've probably definitely have heard of the Oblivion NPC meme by now, NPC dialogue. Whilst and some of that's kind of true, but I feel like it's, at the same time, a lot of that is exaggerated a bit, because there's a lot about that game. Again, like, it's the little things. Like, for instance, the NPCs have, like, their schedules are a little more diverse than they are. Like, in Skyrim, like, they have schedules. Like, they, just like in Oblivion, but they're, like, a little more bland. It's predictable. You know where to every NPC in Skyrim. You know where to find them. Like Lydia, you know exactly where to find her. You know exactly where to find Ulfric Stormcloak. You know, maybe like some certain shopkeepers in particular. If I could think of any of them by name, and maybe if you could think of any of them by name, you know where to find them. Oblivion's a little different. Like, besides maybe shopkeepers. Hell, even shopkeepers, like, everybody, like, at some point they will leave the shop or their house or something, and then they'll go to, like, an inn, and they'll get lunch or dinner or something, and then they'll go back home after a little bit. And then they, like, they have like random NPCs that walk around and they like stop and talk to each other like at random. Like, and yeah, the conversations are crap, but because they're kind of like randomly jumbled together messes. There's no denying that, but the but the fact that it's even there in the first place works. Like, they don't do that in Skyrim. In Skyrim, the NPCs, they go to a... The only time people talk is if it's some sort of scripted event. There's... And it's a bunch of it like that, and like where it's just like a scripted event where people talk, but only to introduce you to a quest. But then after that, it's like, oh, that's it. They don't talk ever again. Like, it'd be nice if they would keep talking to each other and stuff like that. All that little things like that, in my opinion, they just really do go a long way to help the game feel a little more real, a little more immersive. Like, a lot of people, like, they talk about textures and fancy graphics and all that, but to me, what builds immersion more is the way your characters interact with the world.
Songs that remind you of more peaceful times.
Ah, they were my mother's favorite. She used to say they knew our island better than any other creature.
I believe it, my lord. If it weren't so dangerous, I'd follow one. See where the golden bird leads me.
Maybe I'll do just that. But you should wait until our home is safe once more.
I will, Lord Sakai. Thank you.
My armor will dull the Mongols' weapons.
It's again, none of it's perfect. None of it's I can't in good faith say that Skyrim or Oblivion is for everyone, because it's not. It's just for those people out there who enjoy that kind of game. They'll get a lot out of it. There's a lot for a player to explore and to do and to like magic making in Oblivion is so much fun. Like, just the crazy spells you can do. It's mostly a nostalgia trip for me, but I'm pretty sure if you're someone who can tolerate older games and the baggage that a lot of those come up with,
you don't have what we need to do the
you
work.
will enjoy it for sure. Let's see here. Let's find a thing. Let's go find a thing to do. What's this do? I don't want to do that one yet. Let's see. We'll go do a minor mission. Just to open up the map a little bit. Get rid of some of that fog of war. Fallout 3 is another one I feel is underappreciated a lot and all that. Again, like, it's funny. When I was a kid, alright, I didn't have internet, so I'm not. So what I explain here, take that within context. But the people within my immediate circle that I used to talk to, they used to prefer Fallout 3 over New Vegas, and I thought they were like crazy and dumb. Like, I didn't understand it at the time. Like, how could you like Fallout 3 over New Vegas? And now it's the other way around, or at least it seems that way. As a outside observer, if you will, someone who didn't have internet, so it's not like I really can't. I can't like say like that was what the internet's general consensus was. Just the people I was talking with. And now everybody loves Fallout 3. or New Vegas. At least that's the way it seems to, from my perspective. But ironically, I don't have a favorite Fallout. In my opinion, I think they all bring their own. With the exception of 76. I think all of, like, we'll say Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4, because those are kind of like the Fallouts everybody really knows. But
People look to samurai for guidance.
I feel
Keep
those.
them safe.
I'll
And
wait for
act
him to
with
stop
honor.
talking.
On and off the battlefield. I can't forget that.
Anyway, anyway, I feel that Fallout 3, 4, and New Vegas all bring their own things to the table, and that, in my personal opinion, make them uniquely good. I mean, I will admit, for, like, you know, I will admit that New Vegas is, on a technical level, a better game. I do feel that they, like, well, I guess I could start with Fallout 3. I feel that there's a video out there called Fallout 3 is not as bad as you think, or think it's called. It's an hour long or whatever, but it's a really, I would recommend watching it, and most of his sentiments I agree with, but if you want, but for the basic things that the guy brings up in his videos, Fallout 3, in my opinion, for instance, it encourages more independent exploration. So, Fallout New Vegas, everything's accessible by a road. For the almost everything's accessible by a road, and almost everything is tied to a quest. Every location is what I should say. Oh God, no, 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 no. Oh boy. 6 Predator, I'd tell ya. Fallout 3 kind of encourages more independent exploration, because most of the main quest has you going from a straight line between, basically, we'll say, Vault 101 to DC to other important locations on the map. And then there's a giant chunk of the map, though, that the game does not utilize for the main quest. So it essentially encourages the player to, like, it gives the player an area to explore without the game prompting them to, which I like, because it feels like more like you're exploring rather than oh no, I didn't save the people. Fuck. It does more to basically encourage people to look around by themselves without having to kind of coax them into it, which is what New Vegas does. It's more subtle than you might realize, but New Vegas does coax you into exploring by putting roads down, and then, like, yeah, you might go explore it by yourself, but you might pass by it and wait until you have to complete and then like someone will send you there on a quest. Like it's not uncommon for those sorts of things to happen. It's just a way for the game to subtly coax you into exploring.
My lord, have you come to help the Azamo League too?
I will help in a minute. I want to do the bamboo strike. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Oh, I missed an X. Oh, I got all 4. Fuck. First try. God damn, that was cool. Badass, motherfucker. Anyway, Fallout New Vegas, and then like New
My
Vegas.
lord, have you come to
New
help the
Vegas'
Azamo League too?
true strength is
I've never heard of it.
its
Farmers and
writing.
fishermen
New Vegas
banded
has got
together to fight the Mongols.
bar none like
I've
the best
come from
writing.
Ariake to train them.
I admire their bravery. How is the training going?
They were supposed to meet me here hours ago. I was about to look for them.
I'll ride with you.
Okay, we won't do that yet. But yeah, like New Vegas does a lot has a lot of like that's its biggest strength is its writing with the weapon selection and is like the second biggest strength essentially, like weapons and armors and whatnot. Writing I'm including stuff like characters and all that because to me characters are part of the writing, so I'm tossing them in there. Like 3 strengths are its exploration factors, and I also feel that it's got a good smaller writing, I suppose you could say, simpler writing. I think the story and all that in 3 is decent. It isn't the commentary that New Vegas is, but I feel that as a smaller game, it's good. Because that's what 3 was meant to be from the beginning, is a smaller game. It wasn't. They never like looked at it as being this big, and ironically, that's what Fallout has always been. Like the developers before them, if Fallout 3 was just, or Fallout 1 and 2 were essentially smaller side
Is
games that they were
right?
working on.
Would you care to join me for a cup of tea?
Tea. This is the famed Ki Sake Brewery of Azamo.
Please. This way.
Sake. We'll wait till we finish this dialogue session to continue our conversation.
Apologies, my lord. I couldn't speak freely out there. The Mongols might have overheard.
The Mongols have been here?
They've been drinking us dry.
I can't fault their taste. Ki Sake is the pride of Tsushima.
Especially compared to that horse piss they drink.
I think it's mare's milk.
Is there a difference?
When are they coming back?
Soon.
Take your workers and hide. I'll deal with the Mongols. Need to find a good spot for an ambush.
Everyone, gather round. We need to get behind the brewery and stay out of sight. Our friend here is going to renegotiate our relationship with the Mongols. So yeah, I feel like the writing in Fallout 3 is
I shouldn't say criminal. I think it's underrated. I think like a lot of people just really want this whole big. They want this big commentary, but they're not getting it in Fallout 3, and which I get. To me, I don't think it needs to be commentary. So fucked when I get over there, dude. I do feel it's underrated because though it's basically a lot of people want that bigger writing out of it, but I think that's more of a retroactive thing, if anything, because basically Obsidian showed what a Fallout game could be. And it's not what Bethesda built from their Fallout game. Ah, fucker. It's hard to talk and kill monsters at the same time. Alright, come on. Oh. Why would you fucking dumbass? Ugh. Oh fuck.
Watch it, ready? Die, big fucker. Ah, feels good.
Well done, my lord.
Um,
The
circling
Mongols
back.
will be back when their
fuck.
men don't return.
Wait, what's wrong
Can
with
you
me?
stay? You could drink as much sake as you like. It would be on the house.
I'm afraid you'll need to relocate. Try the Golden Temple in Ariake. Many have found refuge there.
Thank you, my lord.
We're gonna take a brief intermission. Alright, anyway, I'm back. So back on the Fallout thing. I'm sorry if, like, nobody's interested in the Fallout conversation. It's just, I don't, I'm just, I just feel like chatting about it anyway. My cat is now bothering me, and I don't dare disturb him. So anyway, though, so if I guess I'm gonna have to say what Fallout 4's biggest strength is. Fallout 4's biggest strength is it's basically it's extremely well polished, like from graphics. I hate saying that, but graphics, but also like just like everything about it. Like it feels much more polished. It's not perfect. I know somebody's gonna pull up like a. I know somebody will like point out like a reel somewhere's on YouTube of basically every bug you could possibly find in Fallout 4. But I'm referring more to the overall just the overall like the way things run. Like it's easier to aim a gun in Fallout 4 than it is in Fallout New Vegas. Right? Like, or all of that. It just all runs smoother and stuff. Is it perfect? Fuck no. Heavens no. Fallout 4 has got a lot of issues in it, but to me, I find it the easiest Fallout to pick up and play after all these years because it's readily, not just because it's readily available, but because it's also got
Incense mixed with black powder creates thick smoke, enough to blind my enemies.
Almost dying makes this game spooky. I thought a fucking big goddamn Japanese monster was about to come out and eat me or something. Oh. Anyway. Fallout 4, Fallout 4's mechanics, yeah. I guess we'll talk about that again. Fallout 4's mechanics, make it extremely easy to pick up and play. Its scrapping system is, all of it is, it's not, I wouldn't say it's super duper ideal, but it just feels good to go return to, as as opposed to, like, okay, going back to Fallout 3 and all that. It's fun to play, don't get me wrong, but you have to put a little bit more focus into how you play those games as opposed to Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is like it's closer to a sandbox than just in terms of, like, approachability. Again, none of that's to say that Fallout 4 is better by any means. Like again, in my personal opinion, I like them all equally because I feel they all have that thing that they bring that makes them like uniquely fun to play. But if I had to say that one of them was the best, well, yeah, obviously New Vegas. That's just, but if I had to say I had my favorite, a controversial opinion, but probably 3. Mainly for nostalgia. I played 3. Obviously, I played 3 before New Vegas. But that's purely it, I suppose. Maybe it's not really my favorite. I guess that's more of a... Actually, yeah, it's more like, I guess, what is that? Special mention? Yeah, I can't honestly, in my opinion, say I have a favorite. They're all fun to play, equally fun to play. And they all bring something to the table that makes them interesting. That's my opinion, and I will die on that hill. I'll die on this hill right here. I'm okay with having an unpopular opinion because at the end of the day, that's what the world's made of, is a whole lot of people with unpopular opinions. You name one individual who doesn't think differently or think in a way that most people would say, well, that's just wrong, or oh no, that's the way I you know, like, yeah. But anyway, oh man, got here from talking about things I'm nostalgic about. I guess I could talk about Assassin's Creed. Maybe I'll do that in another video. Well, no, who knows? Come on, run, you fucker. Thinking after I beat Ghost of Tsushima, looking at the other games on my shelf, I'm trying to find, I don't want to play games that are being played because they're popular. I want to play games that I just find fun and entertaining. So, yeah, I'm working it out in my head what I want to play next. I got a copy of Crash 4. Maybe I'll play that. I don't know yet. Entirely. because like for instance, I got the remasters of the first 3 Crash games, and I did not enjoy them as much as I wish I did. Primarily because of the difficulty. Ooh. Which is ironic, because I know it's ironic to say I'm not blaming Crash because of difficulty. It's not, in my opinion, it's not a fun difficulty. It's frustrating. I find it very the game very frustrating. Maybe I'll revisit it and give it another shot, but
the Mongols turned it into a shipyard.
I find the game a little more frustrating. It's not
for their next conquest.
Stay
away from that.
It doesn't. I don't want to say it's an unfair challenge. It's just like Crash drops like a sack of shit the moment you let go of the X button, and so that means it requires extremely precise platforming, and I don't like extremely precise platforming. I find it really tedious and annoying. Because it's traveling essentially. It's a travel puzzle. Like instead of like other games where it's like the primary focus is like you're beating up robots or some shit, and then the platforming is just like an obstacle in the way. Platforming is the objective in Crash for the most part, and I just find that extremely tedious and annoying. It's not fun in my opinion. I know that's probably again a controversial opinion. I know that's probably a controversial opinion to a lot of people, but it's just not my personal taste.
Lord Sakai, how good to see you.
Junshin, I should have expected to find you here.
How may I serve you, my lord?
Do you know these lands well?
I set up all of these camps.
Does this map mean anything to you?
We give these to our wagon drivers who deliver food. They mark where the camps are so no one gets missed. Is that blood?
Do you see anything that isn't one of your camps?
I hear rumors of our own people killing each other in Ariake.
Traitors are preying on innocent people. They murdered the women and children of Clan Adachi. You can help bring them to justice.
This map shows Ariake's lighthouse. We have no camps there, but people have said bandits have taken it over.
Not bandits. Something worse.
Lady Masako has arrived. I think she prefers to speak with you.
What have you learned?
The headman of Kuta village might be at the lighthouse.
Clan Adachi built that for Ariake. This traitor has no shame.
Sadao has men protecting him. There's no way they won't see us coming.
Good. I want to give that traitor just enough time to fear what's coming.
Let's go. Why would Sadao betray you?
I accused him of stealing rice, starving our people to turn a profit.
You think he caused the rice shortages that hit Kuta?
I could never prove it, but it was such a disaster. I knew he was trying to hide something.
Bad men are good at hiding their true natures. Guards outside.
The coward is hiding at the top.
Sadao! I've come for your head!
Come here and fight!
Okay, finish me off right now, but do it. Thank you. Thank you. That was kind of annoying.
Sadao! I've come for
Draw
your
your
head!
blades!
Okay, finish me off.
Sadao! I've come for your head!
Okay, one more. If it don't work out, I will just,
Won't let him slip past me. Let's move.
Alright, that's a lot of killing.
You killed Hina! My brother!
They died because of you!
You should have died with your family!
I wish I had!
Oh my god, let me go up the fucking ladder.
Damn you.
You killed Sado. Masako.
He helped kill everyone I loved. And for what? To satisfy his pathetic hatred?
When the Mongols defeated the samurai, I wanted to die with them. I threw myself into a battle I knew I couldn't win. It was easier.
How do you survive?
I remember that I have people to protect, and the dead to avenge.
With Sadar dead, whoever is responsible will hear that I'm alive and hunting. They'll become afraid, make a mistake.
Just be careful, Masako.
You too. You are a part of this now.
We'll find the other traitors on that list. But first, we must save my uncle.
I'll be at Kaneda Farmstead when you need me.
Alright, let's see here. Do we have any upgrades available? I suppose we can upgrade whatever the hell that is. Probably not tonight though. Don't feel like it. Sorry. Sorry. That's all I got for you folks. Alright, that's all I got for you folks. That's the end of the show.